Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to English Mastery Hub. I'm Logan, and I'm so excited to have you here today. How are you feeling? I hope you're ready to learn and improve your English skills, because today, we're diving into a topic that can completely change the way you learn English. If you've ever felt stuck because you don't live in an English-speaking country, don't worry. You can still become fluent. Many learners think that the only way to speak English well is to move to the US, the UK, or another English-speaking country. But let me tell you a secret. Fluency isn't about where you live. It's about how you practice. You can create an English environment no matter where you are. In today's lesson, I'll share powerful strategies to help you build fluency, even if you don't have native speakers around you. You'll learn how to practice speaking, improve your listening, expand your vocabulary, and think in English, all without leaving your home country. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to English Mastery Hub. That way, you won't miss any of my lessons. And together, we'll take your English to the next level. Are you ready? Let's begin. Now that we understand that fluency isn't about where you live, but how you practice, let's talk about something really important. Immersion. What does immersion mean? It means surrounding yourself with English as much as possible. Many people think that immersion is only possible if you move to an English-speaking country, but that's not true. You can create an English environment no matter where you are. The first step is simple. Start using English in your daily routine. Think about your day. What do you do in the morning? You wake up, check your phone, maybe read the news, listen to music, or watch videos. Now, ask yourself, how much of this is in English? If you want to build fluency, you need to increase your exposure to English. Here are some small but powerful changes you can make. Set your phone and devices to English. This forces you to see and use English every time you check your messages, browse the internet, or use apps. Follow English language news, blogs, and social media. Instead of reading the news in your native language, try English sources like BBC, CNN, or The New York Times. If you love social media, follow English-speaking influencers, teachers, or content creators. Think in English throughout the day. This is a big one. Whenever you're doing something, cooking, exercising, walking, try to describe it in English in your mind. Instead of saying, "I need to buy vegetables" in your native language, say it in English. This helps train your brain to process thoughts in English without translating. These small changes might not seem like much at first, but over time, they add up and make a huge difference in your fluency. Listening is one of the best ways to absorb natural English. Even if you don't understand everything at first, your brain is learning the rhythm, pronunciation, and common phrases of the language. So, how can you add more English listening into your life? Podcasts and audiobooks are perfect if you're busy and don't have much time to sit and study. You can listen while driving, cooking, or working out. Start with slow, clear English podcasts, and then move to more natural, conversational ones as you improve. Watching English shows and movies is a fun way to improve fluency. But don't just watch. Listen carefully. If you're a beginner, start with subtitles in English, not in your native language. Try repeating phrases and mimicking the way native speakers talk. Songs are a great way to learn pronunciation and rhythm. Choose songs with clear lyrics, listen to them repeatedly, and try to sing along. This will help you with pronunciation and natural sentence patterns. The key is to make English listening a habit. Even if you don't understand every word, your brain is getting used to the sounds and patterns of the language. Over time, your listening skills will improve naturally. One of the biggest challenges for learners who don't live in an English-speaking country is practicing speaking. But guess what? You don't need a native speaker to practice speaking. You can improve your speaking skills on your own. Talk to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing, express your thoughts, or pretend you're having a conversation with someone. It might feel strange at first, but it's one of the best ways to get comfortable thinking and speaking in English. Listen to native speakers from a podcast, movie, or video, and repeat exactly what they say, copying their pronunciation and rhythm. This helps improve your accent and speaking fluency. Choose a topic, record yourself speaking for 1 or 2 minutes, and then listen back. This helps you hear your own mistakes and track your progress over time. Even if you don't have native speakers around you, you can still find speaking partners online. There are apps and websites where you can connect with other English learners or native speakers for free conversation practice. The important thing is consistency. Speak every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. Did you know that writing can help you become a better speaker? When you write, you organize your thoughts in English, learn new words, and practice grammar naturally. Here are some simple ways to use writing to improve fluency. Keep a daily journal in English. Write about your day, your thoughts, or what you learned. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just get used to expressing yourself in English. If you use Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, try posting in English. Even short captions can help build your confidence. Participate in forums or comment on YouTube videos in English. Engaging in discussions helps you practice writing in a natural way. Writing doesn't have to be difficult. Start small and make it a habit. The more you write, the easier it becomes to express yourself in English. Fluency isn't about memorizing grammar rules. It's about surrounding yourself with English every day and making it part of your life. Even if you don't live in an English-speaking country, you can create an English environment by listening, speaking, thinking, and writing in English regularly. Remember, progress takes time. The key is consistency. The more you expose yourself to English, the faster you will improve. So, start today. Choose 1 or 2 strategies from this lesson and apply them in your daily life. Little by little, you will see big changes in your fluency. Are you ready to take action? Let me know in the comments. What's one thing you're going to do today to immerse yourself in English? I'd love to hear from you. One of the best ways to improve your English fluency is to surround yourself with the language every day. This is called immersion. You don't need to live in an English-speaking country to do this. You can create your own English environment wherever you are. The more you expose yourself to English, the faster you will learn. A great way to start is by turning your environment into an English space. Change the language on your phone, computer, and social media accounts to English. This will help you get used to common words and phrases. When you check your messages, settings, or notifications, you will see English all the time. It may feel strange at first, but over time, you will become more comfortable. Another way to immerse yourself in English is by following English-speaking content creators on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Find influencers or educators who talk about topics you enjoy. Whether it's travel, fitness, cooking, or personal development, watching their videos will help you learn natural English expressions. This makes learning more fun because you're engaging with content that interests you. Watching English movies, TV shows, and documentaries is another excellent way to improve. Start with subtitles in your native language, then switch to English subtitles. Eventually, challenge yourself to watch without subtitles. This will train your ears to understand spoken English. If you find it difficult, don't worry. Just focus on understanding the main idea rather than every word. Listening is just as important as reading and speaking. Surround yourself with English sounds throughout the day. Listen to English podcasts while commuting, exercising, or doing household chores. Choose a podcast that matches your level so you can understand it easily. Even if you don't understand everything, your brain will get used to the rhythm of the language. Another simple technique is playing English radio or background conversations at home. You don't need to listen actively all the time. Just having English sounds in the background helps your brain absorb the language. Over time, you will start recognizing common words and phrases without even realizing it. Creating an English routine is key to making daily practice a habit. In the morning, start your day by reading a short article, listening to an English podcast, or watching a short video. This will help your brain get into English mode early in the day. In the afternoon, try writing in English. Keep a simple journal where you write a few sentences about your day. If you don't like writing, you can talk to yourself in English instead. Describe what you're doing, what you see around you, or how you feel. This helps you think in English naturally. In the evening, watch an English video, review new vocabulary, or read a few pages from an English book. Before going to bed, you can also recall what you learned that day. This helps reinforce new words and phrases in your memory. The goal is to make English part of your daily life. The more you hear, read, and use English, the faster you will improve. You don't need to study for hours every day. Just small, consistent steps will bring great results. Keep going, and you'll see progress in no time. Many English learners think they need a partner to practice speaking, but that's not true. You can improve your speaking skills on your own. The key is to create as many speaking opportunities as possible throughout your day. The more you speak, the more confident and fluent you will become. One of the easiest ways to practice is self-talk. This means talking to yourself in English as you go through your daily activities. Describe what you're doing, what you see, and what you plan to do next. For example, if you're making coffee, you can say, "I am making coffee. The water is boiling. I need to stir the sugar." If you're walking outside, describe what you see. The sky is blue. The trees are green. I see a man walking his dog. This helps you think in English and get used to forming sentences naturally. Another great technique is the mirror method. Stand in front of a mirror and have a conversation with yourself. Pretend you're introducing yourself to someone new or answering common questions like, "What do you do?" or "What are your hobbies?" You can also practice storytelling by talking about your day, your childhood, or an interesting experience. The mirror helps you see your facial expressions and body language, making your speaking feel more natural and confident. If you want to track your progress, try voice recording. Choose a topic, set a timer for 1 or 2 minutes, and speak continuously. Don't worry about mistakes. Just focus on speaking naturally. After recording, listen to yourself. Pay attention to your pronunciation, grammar, and fluency. You will start noticing patterns in your speech and areas for improvement. Over time, you'll gain confidence and see your progress. Even if you don't have a speaking partner in real life, the internet offers many opportunities to practice. Join online speaking communities where learners practice together. Apps like Tandem, HelloTalk, and Discord connect you with language partners who want to practice English. Many Facebook groups also have live discussions where you can participate and share your thoughts. These communities are great because they give you real conversations with people from different countries. The most important thing is to be consistent. Speaking practice doesn't have to be long. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day can make a big difference. The more you speak, the more natural English will feel. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of the learning process, and every mistake brings you closer to fluency. Keep practicing, stay patient, and enjoy your English journey. Improving your listening skills is crucial for becoming fluent in English. Listening allows you to hear how native speakers use the language in different situations, which helps you improve your own speaking skills. To become a better listener, you can practice in 2 ways: passive listening and active listening. Passive listening is when you listen to English without focusing too much on understanding every word. It's like letting the language wash over you in the background. For example, you can listen to English podcasts, watch English TV shows, or play English music while you're doing other things like cleaning, walking, or cooking. This helps you become familiar with the sounds and rhythms of English. Even though you might not understand everything, your brain is still absorbing the language and picking up on new words and phrases. Over time, this exposure helps you recognize words more easily when you hear them in conversations. Active listening, on the other hand, is when you focus all your attention on understanding and learning from what you hear. It's about paying close attention to what the speaker is saying, how they're saying it, and why. This kind of listening helps you develop a deeper understanding of the language and improves your listening comprehension. For active listening, choose short audio or video clips and focus on understanding every word. Try to repeat the phrases you hear. This will help you practice pronunciation, understand the meaning of words, and improve your ability to recognize different accents and speech patterns. Active listening will also help you catch mistakes in your own speech and learn from native speakers. One powerful method to improve listening and speaking at the same time is the shadowing technique. In this technique, you listen to a native speaker, and as soon as they say something, you repeat it immediately. Try to mimic their exact pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. It's like you're shadowing the speaker. This exercise helps you practice speaking smoothly and naturally, just like a native speaker. It also helps you develop your ear for English sounds and improve your accent. You can find videos, podcasts, or interviews online and use this technique to train both your listening and speaking skills. Don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on repeating what you hear as closely as possible. Another great way to improve your listening is by watching videos with subtitles. This is a great method for learners at all levels. Here's how you can do it. First, watch a video or movie in English with English subtitles. This helps you see the words while you listen to them, which makes it easier to understand what's being said. Pay close attention to how the words are pronounced and how they match the written text. Once you've watched the video with subtitles, watch it again without subtitles. This time, focus purely on listening and understanding what's being said. You'll notice that your comprehension improves as you get used to hearing the language. After watching, try to summarize what you understood from the video. You can do this by speaking out loud or writing it down. This step will help you check how well you understood the content and help you remember key phrases and vocabulary. It's also a great way to test your listening skills and measure your progress. By using these techniques, passive listening, active listening, shadowing, and watching videos with subtitles, you can significantly improve your listening skills. It's important to practice consistently and be patient with yourself. The more you listen, the easier it will be to understand English in real-life situations. Remember, listening is an essential skill that supports speaking, reading, and writing, so make it a regular part of your learning routine. Keep challenging yourself with different types of content, and soon you'll notice that you can understand English more naturally and confidently. One of the best ways to improve your English fluency is to expand your vocabulary naturally. The more words you know, the easier it is to express yourself. But many learners struggle with memorizing new words. They learn words, but they forget them quickly. Today, I'll show you simple and effective ways to learn and remember new vocabulary without stress. First, don't memorize words in isolation. Instead of learning single words, learn them in context. This means learning words inside sentences, phrases, or real-life situations. For example, instead of just memorizing the word delicious, learn it in a sentence. This pizza is delicious. When you learn words in context, you understand how they are used naturally, and it's easier to remember them. Another great way to expand your vocabulary is by reading and listening to English every day. Reading books, articles, or even social media posts in English exposes you to new words in real situations. When you come across a new word, try to guess its meaning from the sentence before checking the dictionary. This helps you understand the word's natural use. Listening to English, whether through podcasts, movies, or conversations, also helps you pick up new vocabulary. Native speakers use common phrases and expressions that you can learn naturally, just by listening. Now, let's talk about flashcards and spaced repetition. Many learners use flashcards to remember new words. You can create your own flashcards or use apps like Anki or Quizlet. These apps use spaced repetition, which means they show you words at the right time before you forget them. This method helps you move words from short-term memory to long-term memory. If you review words regularly, you won't forget them. Another useful tip is the 5 new words a day rule. Choose 5 new words every day and try to use them throughout the day. Write them in a notebook, say them out loud, and use them in sentences. For example, if you learn the word confident, try saying, "I feel confident when I speak English." The more you use new words, the faster they become a natural part of your vocabulary. Also, try to connect new words with personal experiences. When you associate words with your life, they become more meaningful and easier to remember. For example, if you learn the word excited, think about a time when you felt excited and use the word in a sentence related to your own life. Don't forget to practice speaking new words. Sometimes, Learners understand words when they read or listen, but they don't use them in conversation. Make an effort to use new vocabulary when you talk. If you don't have a speaking partner, practice by talking to yourself or recording your voice. Another helpful method is using synonyms and antonyms. If you learn the word happy, also learn words with a similar meaning like joyful or cheerful. This helps you express yourself better in different situations. You can also learn opposites like happy and sad to strengthen your vocabulary. Finally, make vocabulary learning fun. Play word games, watch videos, and try creative activities like writing short stories using new words. When learning is enjoyable, you remember more. By following these simple steps, you will expand your vocabulary naturally and remember words for a long time. Keep practicing, and soon, you will notice a big improvement in your English fluency. Many English learners feel stressed about grammar. They think they need to memorize many rules to speak correctly, but the truth is, you don't have to learn grammar the hard way. Instead of memorizing difficult rules, you can learn grammar naturally, just like native speakers do. Today, I'll show you simple ways to master English grammar without stress. The first step is to learn grammar through patterns, not rules. This means paying attention to how native speakers use grammar in real conversations. Instead of trying to remember complicated explanations, listen to how people use English in daily life. For example, instead of memorizing the rule for used to, listen to how it is used in real sentences. I used to play soccer when I was a kid. When you hear and see grammar in context, it becomes easier to understand and use correctly. Reading and listening to English is one of the best ways to learn grammar naturally. When you read books, articles, or even subtitles in English, your brain starts recognizing common sentence structures. The same happens when you listen to English. You start noticing patterns without even thinking about them. Another simple but effective method is writing short sentences every day. Keep a simple English journal where you write about your daily activities. You don't need to write long, complicated paragraphs. Just write a few simple sentences like this. Today, I went to the store. I bought apples. The weather was cold. Writing helps you practice grammar without pressure. Over time, your sentences will become more natural and correct. If you're not sure about your grammar, don't worry. You can use AI tools and language apps to help you. Apps like Grammarly and ChatGPT can check your writing and suggest improvements. Grammarly helps you correct mistakes, while ChatGPT can explain grammar in a simple way. You can even ask ChatGPT to check your sentences and make them sound more natural. Another helpful technique is to focus on one grammar topic at a time. Instead of trying to learn everything at once, choose one small topic, like past tense or prepositions, and practice it for a few days. For example, if you are learning past tense, write sentences like, I watched a movie yesterday. I visited my friend last weekend. By focusing on one topic at a time, you avoid feeling overwhelmed. Speaking practice also helps you improve grammar naturally. Try talking to yourself in English about your day. For example, you can say, I wake up at 7 a.m. I eat breakfast. Then I go to work. When you say sentences out loud, your brain gets used to correct grammar structures. Another great way to practice grammar is by using short conversations or role plays. Imagine you're ordering food at a restaurant. I would like a burger and fries, please. By practicing real-life conversations, you improve your grammar without thinking too much about rules. Remember, making mistakes is part of the learning process. Don't be afraid of errors. The more you practice, the better you will get. Instead of worrying about grammar mistakes, focus on communicating clearly. Over time, your grammar will improve naturally. By following these simple steps, you can master English grammar without stress. Keep practicing, and soon you'll feel more confident using correct grammar in your speaking and writing. Writing and thinking in English are two powerful habits that can help you become more fluent. Many learners focus on speaking and listening, but writing and thinking in English will improve your ability to express yourself clearly and confidently. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Let's look at some simple ways to build these habits into your daily life. One of the best ways to improve your writing skills is to write 5 sentences every night. This is a small but powerful exercise that helps you practice forming sentences and using correct grammar. You can write about your day, your thoughts, or your plans. For example, today, I woke up early and made a cup of coffee. I went for a walk in the park and enjoyed the fresh air. I studied English for 30 minutes and learned 5 new words. Tomorrow, I will call my friend and ask about his trip. I feel happy because I am improving my English every day. By writing just 5 sentences daily, you create a habit of using English naturally. Over time, you will find it easier to form sentences, and your grammar and vocabulary will improve. Another important step is to think in English before you speak. Many learners translate from their native language before speaking, which slows them down and makes it harder to sound natural. Instead, try forming your sentences in English first. For example, if you want to say, "I need to buy some groceries," think of the sentence directly in English instead of translating it from your native language. A great way to practice thinking in English is to describe what you see around you. If you're walking in the park, you can think, "The trees are green, the sun is shining, people are jogging." By doing this regularly, your brain will get used to processing thoughts in English. Another fun exercise is to ask yourself simple questions and answer them in English. For example, what did I eat for breakfast? I ate eggs and toast. What will I do tomorrow? I will go to the gym in the morning. How do I feel right now? I feel excited because I'm learning English. Practicing this every day will help you think in English faster and more naturally. A great way to improve both writing and thinking in English is by engaging in online discussions. Join English forums, social media groups, and comment sections where people discuss topics you are interested in. Websites like Quora, Reddit, and Twitter are great places to practice. You can read questions and answers, join discussions, and write your own opinions. For example, on Quora, you can find a question like, "What is the best way to learn English?" You can try writing a short answer in English. Even if it's just a few sentences, it will help you practice expressing your thoughts clearly. Social media is also a great tool. Follow English pages on Facebook or Instagram, comment on posts, and join discussions. You don't have to write long paragraphs, just simple comments like, "I agree with this," or "This is interesting." The more you engage, the more comfortable you will become with writing in English. Another tip is to text your friends in English. Even if they are not native speakers, chatting in English will help you practice. Try sending messages like, "How was your day?" or What are your weekend plans? This will help you use English in a natural, real-life way. Writing and thinking in English take time, but with daily practice, you will see big improvements. Start with small steps. Write 5 sentences, think in English, and join discussions online. The more you use English in your daily life, the more fluent you will become. Keep practicing, and soon, English will feel natural to you. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles to speaking English fluently. Many learners feel nervous or shy when they try to speak because they worry about making mistakes. This fear can stop you from practicing, and without practice, it's difficult to improve. But here's the truth. Mistakes are part of learning. Every fluent speaker once made mistakes too. The key is to change the way you think about mistakes. Instead of seeing them as something bad, see them as a sign that you are learning and growing. One of the main reasons people fear speaking English is the worry about being judged. You might think, what if I say the wrong word? Or, what if people don't understand me? But in reality, most people don't care if you make mistakes. They care about understanding your message. Even native speakers make mistakes when they talk. The most important thing is to communicate your ideas, not to be perfect. Building confidence is the first step to overcoming fear. One common mistake is thinking that fluency means speaking very fast. That's not true. Speaking fast does not mean speaking well. It's better to speak slowly and clearly. This gives you time to think, helps with pronunciation, and makes it easier for others to understand you. If you rush, you are more likely to make mistakes and feel nervous. So take your time. Fluency is about being comfortable with the language, not speed. Another way to build confidence is to change your focus. Instead of thinking, I need to speak perfect English, think, I need to make myself understood. Even if your grammar is not perfect, if the listener understands your idea, you are successful. English is a tool for communication, and communication is more important than perfection. A great way to overcome fear is to practice in safe spaces first. Start by talking to yourself in English. This may feel strange at first, but it's a great way to get comfortable with speaking. Describe what you're doing, what you see around you, or what you're thinking. For example, say, I am making a cup of tea, or I need to finish my work soon. This helps you get used to forming sentences in English without pressure. Another powerful method is recording your voice. Choose a simple topic and talk for 1 or 2 minutes. Then listen to your recording. At first, you might not like how you sound, but don't worry. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to get used to hearing your own voice in English. Over time, you will notice your pronunciation improving and you will feel more comfortable speaking. Once you feel more confident, start practicing with others. Begin with people you trust, friends, family, or online language partners. There are many websites and apps where you can find language exchange partners who also want to practice. These are safe spaces where everyone is learning, so there is no need to feel embarrassed. If speaking with others still feels scary, start with text or voice messages. Send a short message in English to a friend, or join an online group where people chat in English. Gradually, you will feel more comfortable, and speaking will become easier. Finally, remember that confidence comes with time and practice. The more you speak, the easier it gets. Every time you practice, you take a step toward fluency. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start now, even if you feel nervous. The more you do it, the more natural it will become. You are capable of speaking English fluently, and the only way to get there is to keep practicing. Keep going, and don't let fear stop you from reaching your goal. Staying motivated is one of the most important parts of learning English. Many learners start with excitement but lose motivation over time. The key to staying motivated is to make learning English a daily habit and to enjoy the process. One way to do this is by setting small, achievable goals. If your goals are too big, you might feel overwhelmed and give up. Instead, break them into small steps. For example, instead of saying, "I will become fluent in 6 months," set a goal like, "I will watch a 10-minute English video every day." Small goals are easier to reach, and each success will keep you motivated. Tracking your progress also helps you stay motivated. Keep a language journal where you write a few sentences in English every day. You can write about your day, new words you learned, or your thoughts. Looking back at your journal after a few weeks will show you how much you've improved. Another great idea is to make a checklist of your daily English activities. Check off each task after you complete it, like listen to an English podcast, read an English article, or practiced speaking for 5 minutes. Seeing your progress in writing gives you a sense of achievement and keeps you going. Making English learning fun is another great way to stay consistent. If learning feels like a chore, you will lose interest. Instead, find ways to enjoy the process. Play language games like word puzzles or vocabulary apps. Watch stand-up comedy in English to improve your listening skills while laughing. Sing along to your favorite English songs. It helps with pronunciation and makes learning enjoyable. You can even watch movies or TV shows in English with subtitles to learn new words in a fun way. The more enjoyable your learning process is, the more likely you are to stay consistent. Another powerful way to stay motivated is by joining an online study group or finding a language partner. Learning with others keeps you accountable and makes the journey less lonely. There are many online forums, social media groups, and apps where you can connect with other English learners. When you see others making progress, it inspires you to keep going. Plus, practicing with real people gives you confidence and helps you improve faster. Now, let's review the key takeaways from today's lesson. First, you don't need to live in an English-speaking country to be fluent. You can create your own English environment no matter where you are. Surround yourself with the language through listening, reading, speaking, and writing every day. Second, daily practice and consistency are more important than learning for long hours once in a while. Even 10 to 15 minutes of practice each day is better than studying for hours only once a week. Finally, confidence is key. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes help you learn. Now it's time for action. Try one of these methods today. Pick one strategy and start practicing right away. Let me know in the comments which one works best for you. I love hearing about your progress. Thank you for being here at English Mastery Hub. If you found this lesson helpful, make sure to subscribe for more tips and lessons. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next video.